What's up, all you quantum maniacs? I'm DeQwan Young, and today we present 10 NFL quarterbacks who need a new team. We saw a handful of starting quarterbacks change teams in the 2018 offseason, but 2019 and 2020 figured to be even more enticing when it comes to signal callers in different uniforms. Guys like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Ben Roethlisberger will stay with their respective teams until retirement, but these quarterbacks are in for a desperate need of a fresh start. Number 10, Jacoby Brissett. The Colts acquired the athletic dual-threat quarterback from the Patriots in a 2017 trade, and Brissett actually filled in nicely for Andrew Luck that year. He just didn't have the supporting cast around him to help. And there are rumors that teams like the Patriots and the Seahawks want Brissett. And with Luck back at full health and in MVP form, it makes sense for Brissett to move on. Could he return to Foxborough and eventually succeed Tom Brady like planned originally? That's an option. Maybe Seattle if they don't want to invest in Russell Wilson long term, which would be a terrible idea. The bottom line, Brissett shouldn't back up Luck much longer. He's in his mid-20s now and deserving of the chance to start somewhere, or at least get an opportunity. Number 9, Teddy Bridgewater. He goes from starter in Minnesota to getting injured to being a backup to Case Keenum. Then he signed with the New York Jets in 2018, only to be traded to the Saints. Tough. With Drew Brees showing zero signs of slowing down, you gotta think that the Saints aren't interested in extending Bridgewater long term. And the 2014 first round pick will surely want the chance to start somewhere. There's no need for Teddy to stay on the sidelines for at least 2, maybe 5 more years in New Orleans. He needs to sign with a quarterback desperate team, and the man is more than capable of being a starter. He doesn't deserve to be a career backup, and that knee injury set him back. Number 8, Tyrod Taylor. Turns out the Buffalo Bills were a tad bit silly for trading him and rushing rookie Josh Allen. Taylor lost his starting job to Cleveland Browns rookie Baker Mayfield, and the first overall pick from 2018 surely won't be giving up that job anytime soon. The Browns are Mayfield's team, plain and simple. Fortunately for Taylor, a lot of teams should come calling for him. The Denver Broncos and Jacksonville Jaguars are 2 that come to mind. More so the Jaguars. He's an average quarterback, but that's good enough for some teams. And he's not going to be the man in Cleveland anymore, so it's time for him to move on. Number 7, Nick Foles. It's going to be awkward when Philly says, "Yo, Nick, thanks for filling in for Carson Wentz and leading us to our first Super Bowl in franchise history. Now scram." And even though Foles led Philly to that Super Bowl and was named MVP, the Eagles and everybody else know that this is Carson Wentz's team. He'll be thanked for his services, then take off in the offseason. Foles actually pondered retirement for a while, but opted to keep playing. And it did wonders. He's still a very good quarterback and fix a struggling team. Foles will always appreciate Philly, but do you really think he wants to back up Carson Wentz forever? He'll become the starter somewhere else in 2019. Number 6, Jameis Winston. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers drafted Winston with the first overall pick in 2015. And he showed flashes in his rookie and sophomore season. Then it all came crashing down. Winston clashed with head coaches, he got in trouble off the field, and he kept losing his job to Ryan Fitzpatrick. Now that's bad. It's time for the Bucs to admit their mistake and move on. Jameis needs to find a team that can best utilize his game. It would also be nice if the coach and GM of the team could help him straighten up his off-the-field antics. Jameis is still young and has the talent to be great, but it seems like he and the Bucs don't see eye to eye on anything. Number 5, Andy Dalton. The Bengals are quickly surpassing the Cleveland Browns as the most dysfunctional and mismanaged team in North American sports. With the right coaching and the right system, Dalton could probably be a Super Bowl champion if he was on any other team. He's a very good quarterback, it's just the Bengals are a complete mess. And there's no indication that Dalton wants to leave, and none that the Bengals want to move on from him. But you gotta wonder if Dalton's patience will wear out soon. Everybody in that organization needs to realize you need better pieces in place, or you gotta get rid of Andy Dalton so you can compete for championships. Number 4, Ryan Tannehill. 2018 marked the 3rd straight year where injuries cut Ryan Tannehill's season short. And it's a big no-no for teams to keep an off-injured quarterback around long term, especially when he's in his 30s. The Dolphins would save a lot of money by cutting Tannehill loose. And Adam Gase simply needs a better quarterback to work with. And the option could be Nick Foles, Jameis Winston, or any of the other guys we mentioned on this list. Number 3, Blake Bortles. Well, the Jacksonville Jaguars took a massive risk and failed. Keeping Blake Bortles after his lackluster 2017 season came back to hurt him big time. They probably should have called Philly about Nick Foles, or even outbid the Vikings for Kirk Cousins. Look, 2018 was a massive letdown year for Jacksonville. And it's time to move on. They were 1 game removed from the Super Bowl, and now they've regressed to a regular Jaguar season. And the thing about Blake Bortles is, he's athletic, and sometimes He makes big-time throws, and we've seen him be great at times. He's just inconsistent as hell. The key is finding a coach who could limit the bad Bortles and maximize the very few times there's a good Bortles. I think we should keep it all the way real. Blake Bortles shouldn't be in the league anymore. Number 2, Joe Flacco. 2018 was a make-or-break year for Joe Flacco. The Baltimore Ravens know they have a younger and more talented quarterback in Lamar Jackson. Now, I hate to call Joe Flacco injured and washed up, and he does have a big arm, and he's won some big games for the Baltimore Ravens in their franchise. But ever since he got paid, he's been bad. And there are a lot of potential fits for Flacco, maybe in one of the aforementioned teams that we've named before, but it's just not Baltimore anymore. In the right system, Flacco could shine for a few more years, maybe guide a team to the playoffs. And we've seen what he can do in January. The Ravens, they're probably going to roll with Lamar Jackson from here on out. Flacco will get a long overdue fresh start. Number 1, Derek Carr. John Gruden traded away Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack already, so surely he'll look to trade away the injury-prone and overpaid Derek Carr, who's reportedly lost the Raiders' locker room after a horrible 2018 season. Gruden and Carr have also clashed on the sidelines, and it's a clear sign that their relationship is quickly dissolving. It's quite obvious that both sides will benefit from a mutual split. The Raiders need to get on the phone with the Giants in the offseason and get whatever package of draft picks they can in exchange for Derek Carr. Gruden and company have 3 first-round picks next year, and they can draft their new quarterback there. But Carr's time in Oakland is over, and he's not going to fix this messy team, and the Raiders have to start from scratch again. Raiders fans will thank Derek Carr for helping Oakland make the playoffs in 2016. Then they'll begin their search for the quarterback who will lead this franchise into their next chapter in Vegas. What other NFL quarterbacks need a new team? Join us in the comments section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we truly appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around on TBS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time. My knee.